Alright, what's going on, guys? Boy TG, welcome back to another video. So in this video, we are going to give out our second chance playoff predictions. Now, as you guys don't know, the NHL released a post on their social media page giving out, people to get their second chance predictions. So in case you think that the team that you predicted will win what series against this team, and you kind of have second thoughts about it, like I usually have sometime, then that's why the NHL released this for us. Now, we're going to get started. First, I would like to apologize to all the Boston Bruins fans that are listening to this video or that is watching this video. I should say watching it because it's not like a podcast. Speaking of podcasts, go over to my YouTube channel podcast and follow the Hockey Talk with TG podcast. Also follow it on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio. But anyway, I'm going to apologize to all the Boston Bruins fans that are watching this video. So, Bruins fans, if you have not watched my playoff predictions video at the start of the Stanley Cup playoffs in the first round, where the Hurricanes and Islanders kicked off this series, you will know that I voted the Toronto Maple Leafs over you guys. That was a stupid prediction because I know how the Leafs are whenever they face you guys, or are in general. They suck in the playoffs. They haven't won the Stanley Cup since 1967. And you guys have been dominant against the Toronto Maple Leafs every time that you guys go up against each other. And so I don't know why I chose the Leafs over you guys, but I do want to apologize for that. So I am sorry that I chose the Leafs over you guys. I don't know what was I thinking right there. I don't know why I done that. At least the Toronto Raptors have won a championship for Toronto in 2019. The Maple Leafs haven't won nothing since 1967. So I just want to apologize right there. All right, anyway, we're going to get into it. So we got the Dallas Stars taking on the Colorado Avalanche, Canucks versus Oilers, Panthers, Bruins, and Rangers, Hurricanes in the second round. We're going to start off with the Colorado Avalanche and Dallas Stars playoff series. Now, in my first playoff predictions video, I said the Stars will win over the Colorado Avalanche. And then I started having second thoughts on maybe the Avalanche might win against the Stars. And guess what? I'm taking the Colorado Avalanche. They're going to win against the Dallas Stars. They're going to get it done in the second round. And in the season series meetings between these two teams, the Avalanche won 3 of their 4 season series meetings against the Dallas Stars. And I'm fully confident that they'll take them out probably in 6 games, if not 7. Canucks versus Oilers, first time since 1992 that these two teams will face off, except the Oilers won that series in 6 games. But this season series, the Canucks were 4-0 against the Oilers in their season series meets. In the regular season, I should say. Let's see. We weren't expecting these two teams to be in the Stanley Cup playoffs. But these two teams certainly have made adjustments, like the Oilers firing Jay Woodcroft as their head coach, bringing Chris Comblok, and going on that tremendous, I think it was either a win streak or a point streak. So they went on that win streak, which eventually got snapped. And, yeah, they piled their way to the Stanley Cup playoffs. The Canucks, they surprised me this year. Wasn't expecting them in the Stanley Cup playoffs, but they somehow, some way, found their way into the Stanley Cup playoffs. So therefore, these are 2 great teams, but I'm going to have to go with the Canucks. The Canucks will get it done, I would say, in 6 games right there for the Vancouver Canucks and Oilers series. Oilers probably will not get swept in the series. They probably might win a game or 2. Stars and Avalanche. Now, when these two teams faced off in 2020, it was the Dallas Stars who came out on top against the Colorado Avalanche. Well, Krivianta scoring that overtime game-winning goal in Game 7. But it's going to be the Avalanche that comes out on top, and I'm going to say that they get it done in 6 games. So 6 games right there for the Colorado Avalanche, and also 6 games for the Vancouver Canucks. Moving on to the east side, we got Florida Panthers taking on the Boston Bruins. First round rematch of last year. It was a heartbroken season, I should say, for the Boston Bruins. They won the President's Trophy. They set the league record in wins with 65 last year. They faced the Florida Panthers team, a team that we possibly would never, ever thought of going to the Stanley Cup final. So they were kind of the underdogs that year. Carter Verhaeghe shocked the Bruins fans with an overtime game winner in Game 7. Does that happen again this year? Will the Panthers beat the Bruins for the second straight year? No. I'm predicting that the Boston Bruins get it done against the Florida Panthers. Now, I know Boston teams have had success so far throughout the playoffs, not just in the NHL, but also in the NBA. Boston Celtics, I think they took game 1 over the Cleveland Cavaliers, so they now lead their best-of-7 series 1-0. Jason Tatum and the Celtics certainly coming up big right there for the Boston basketball team. I don't think Cleveland's going to win that series against the Celtics because they don't have LeBron or Kyrie on the team, or even Kevin Love on the team. So that kind of, proves my point. And predicting that the Celtics will get it done over the Cavaliers in that series, just like in this series in NHL-wise, the Bruins will get it done over the Panthers. So they learned all that from last year. So last year was a heartbroken ending. They got out the window. That was in the past. Can't worry about the past. You got to worry about the present. Got to worry about the now. So Bruins, they learned from last year that now they took game 1 Tuesday, and they're going to win this series nonetheless against the Florida Panthers. Rangers, Hurricanes. These two teams met in the playoffs before, most recently being 2022. 2020, the Hurricanes got it done against the Rangers in the qualifying round. 2022, Rangers beat the Hurricanes in 7 games. And you know what? That's going to happen again this year. So the Rangers, they're going to get it done in 7 games. I see this series, going to a 7-game series because these are 2 great teams. Rangers, Hurricanes. 2 great teams going at it. Rangers are already up 2-0 in their series against the Hurricanes. They won Game 2 on an overtime goal from Vincent Trocheck. That was in double overtime. P.S. Great game, by the way. The Hurricanes threw all they got at Igor Shesterkin, but it will not go through. They outshot the Rangers in that game, too, as well. So you couldn't ask for a better performance. And now it's the longest overtime game so far throughout the Stanley Cup playoffs. So really impressive from the Rangers in Game 2 of their series against the Canes. Now, for the Boston Bruins and Panthers series, I don't think this series will go to 7 games like last year. I think it might end in 6 games right there. All right, so Avalanche, Canucks, Bruins, Rangers, conference finals. Avalanche, Canucks turn to the west side now. I think the Canucks will win the series against the Avalanche in that conference final, no doubt. They'll get it done right there. Bruins, Rangers. This is a tough decision, as you guys don't know. I did predict the Rangers will go all the way to the Stanley Cup final, win the Stanley Cup. However, there's still that President's Trophy curse that's going on. And I don't know if the Rangers will break it. Last team to win the Stanley Cup and the President's Trophy in the same season was my Chicago Blackhawks. They got it done in 2013 against the Boston Bruins. Now, the Rangers might go to the Stanley Cup final. They might, but I don't know if they'll win the Stanley Cup. Let's see. I predicted that the Rangers will win the Stanley Cup last year in the 2023 Stanley Cup playoffs, but the Devils and Golden Knights had to ruin that for me. The Devils ruined it by eliminating the Rangers in 7 games last year. And the Golden Knights, of course, they won the Stanley Cup. But I'm going to take Boston over New York. I'm sorry. Something in my mind just tells me that Boston is going to win it all because I saw the Boston Celtics, or at least I saw a little bit of it. I don't watch that much basketball, but I saw the Boston Celtics. I do like watching Jason Tatum. For the Boston Bruins, David Pastrnak certainly stepped up in that overtime game. Game 7 against the Toronto Maple Leafs after Jim Montgomery's their Bruins head coach said that Pasta needed to step up, and that's what they did. Um, so yeah, something just tells me in my mind that we could see Boston Celtics in the NBA, Boston Bruins in the NHL go in the finals, in their prospective finals, and win it all. And so therefore, Canucks Bruins 2011 Stanley Cup Final rematch. It's going to be the Boston Bruins coming out on top once again. I'm just going to type in a random number for this because every time I approach this thing, it kind of confuses me. So I just typed in a random number. It probably won't be that number, but my second round, uh, last chance predictions. I said the Boston Bruins will win the Stanley Cup. They're going to get it done this year. Um, I said the Rangers will win the Stanley Cup at first, but I don't know. Something just tells me in my mind, that the Bruins will win it all this year. And of course, the Celtics, the NBA. So yeah, it just tells me in my mind that that will happen. Anyway, let me know what you guys think of my refreshed Stanley Cup playoffs last chance predictions down in the comments. Did you like the first bracket I did, or did you like this bracket right here? Let me know which one you liked better. Let me know if this somehow ties into your second chance playoff bracket. So yeah. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, hit it with a like, hit it with a subscribe button. I'm trying to reach 400 subscribers on this channel, and you guys watching my videos not hitting that subscribe button, kind of hurt. Well, I don't want to say hurt, but I don't know. But just hit that subscribe button. It really helped me out. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.